Hi, I'm Pratim, developer advocate at Gradium. I have always loved audiobooks, but never found one that tells the exact story I want. Today, we're going to fix that by building a story narrator that takes any topic you give it and speaks a vivid original story back in real time. Let's call it Fable. We will be using Gradium for text-to-speech and Pipecat as our voice agent framework. By the end of this, we will have a narrator that generates and speaks custom stories on demand. Let's start with installing Pipecat along with Gradium and a few other extras. This single install command gives us everything we need. Gradium handles the narration, and Pipecat's built-in WebRTC transport delivers the audio to the browser. Let's move on to the credentials and add the keys to the local environment. Now that our setup is done, we'll move on to our pipeline. The user types a prompt, the LLM writes a story, and Gradium speaks it. Text arrives over the data channel, gets added to the LLM context, Gemini generates the narrative story, and Gradium streams the narration back as audio. That is the entire flow. Let us start putting it together in our agent pipecat.py file. Since users type their prompts instead of speaking them, let's disable the audio input entirely. Only audio output is needed for the narrated story. Let's now give Fable its voice. Gradium's TTS service connects over a persistent WebSocket and streams audio as it generates. So the listener hears the story begin almost immediately rather than waiting for the entire thing to finish. Use the voice ID to select which voice to use. You can browse available voices in the Gradium Studio and swap this for any voice that fits your narrator's personality. The temp parameter controls generation temperature. Lower values produce more consistent speech. Higher values add more variation and expressiveness. We are using 0.6 as a balanced starting point for narration. I would recommend you play around with this a bit. For our example, we are using Gemini to create our story. You can use any other LLM as well. The system prompt is where we define who Fable actually is. We are telling it to be a master storyteller that produces vivid, immersive experiences in the style of an audiobook narrator. We tell Fable to adapt its style to match the mood of the prompt. A fairy tale gets whimsy, a thriller gets tension, a slice of life piece gets warmth. We keep the output as pure as the TTS can read it naturally. We want to keep the output pure so that the TTS reads it naturally. No bullet points or markdown that would make it sound awkward when spoken aloud. Since there is no microphone, user prompts arrive as text over the WebRTC data channel. We set up a handler that takes each message, adds it to the conversation context, and triggers the LLM to generate a story. The pipeline itself is straightforward. Text comes in, goes through the LLM, the response flows through the Gradium TTS, and audio goes out to the browser. When a client connects, we trigger Fable's opening line. When they disconnect, we clean up. Let us fire it up.
Hello, I am Fable. Give me a topic, and I will spin you a tale. In the heart of the whispering woods, where sunlight dripped through leaves like liquid gold, lived a colony of fairies unlike any other.
The agent starts a local WebRTC server, opens the browser interface, and you will hear Fable introduce itself. Just type a story prompt, and Fable will narrate a custom story back in real time. And that's it. In about 100 lines of Python, we have built a voice app that generates and narrates custom stories on demand. Gradium TTS gives us streaming audio over a persistent WebSocket connection, so the narration starts almost instantly, and you can pick the perfect narrator, temperature control for dialing in expressiveness, and the word level timestamps as well. This will open the door to synchronized captions and highlights. And when you are ready for production, you can deploy to the Pipecat Cloud with a single command. You can find the full source code for this agent and the Gradium docs linked in the description. I would love to hear what stories you create. See you in the next one.